Hello, wonderful people. Today I'm talking about just something that's been going through my mind, and I want your opinion on it. I want to know what you think. But hear me out. It's about good and bad people. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So since I woke up, and probably a little bit later after I woke up, I started to develop a little system of how to call out BS. And the system is very simple. The system is this, and I've mentioned it before. If the media says somebody's good, then they're probably bad. If the media says somebody's bad, then they're probably good. If the government says something is good, then it's probably bad. And if the government says something is bad, then it's probably good. If the pharmaceutical companies say that something is very, very good, then it's probably very, very bad. And if they say something is very, very bad for the health, then it's probably very, very good for the health. And extrapolate that out. If the food companies say that this is very good for you, it's probably shit. And if they say that it's really bad for you, it's probably good. So I've used that premise now, and that's because I believe that this world it was handed over to the devil. That was the job, that was the game, yeah? And he or she, or they, perhaps they, invert everything. Everything, good is bad, black is white, up is down. And so using that premise, that's what keeps me kind of sane in this world. I see something, I go, well, if they're saying that it's good, then it's not. You know, and it's like an expression I heard, like, if you find yourself in the majority, you probably need to rethink your thought processes. And so the majority is not a great place. And that majority is starting to become a minority. Yeah? We are going to be the majority after a while. So we still have to be careful. So I've seen over the last 8 years, let's say 8 years, that Mr. T is truly hated by media, by governments, by all people who are up to speed with the media. Really, he's hated. I mean, he's hated by the governments that, they're constantly trying to put him into prison, just blacken his name. Now, what I see happening normally is this. When somebody is a baddie, but they've been kind of, the people are starting to smell bullshit or say that something's wrong. Matt Hancock, the guy who did Morning TV, that Good Morning TV. When stuff comes out, what they do is this. They kind of put them out as a sacrificial lamb. But what happens is what they say that they've done is light. It's very light. It's very superficial. And so the media kind of appears to attack them without really attacking them, without going for the real business. And then later on, everything's all right again. Matt Hancock had his moment. They all laughed at him when he was in the jungle. But now, hey, he's back on the scene. He's chatting everywhere. And so that's not what I'm talking about when I say when the media hates somebody. What I'm talking about is the way that they've attacked Mr. T. The thing is, I honestly do not know how that man has continued because of the attacks that he has. He must have the constitution of an ox. He must. I mean, hats off to him. Hats off to him. Whether you agree with him or not, he has been under attack since long before he started running for president, and then during the whole time. I mean, he was the most vilified president ever. People hated him. The media hated him. So, what that says to me is that he is not part of their gang. Whatever gang he's part of, I don't know. But he's not part of their gang. And to be fair to him, lots and lots of people who were on his side and who were following, the letter, the 17th letter of the alphabet, they were really disappointed with him. I mean, at the beginning, I thought he was the savior, that he was going to be the one who would put everything right. But he, at no point has he said that he is. At no point has he said, yes, this is all true and this is what I'm going to do. Never. Everybody else has been saying it. All the people with Intel and all of that, they said it. But he has never. All that he's ever done, as far as I've seen, is to try and do the right thing, and not without his mistakes, obviously, but bloody hell, measure his mistakes against the mistakes of other people. So, listen, this is not a, bigging up Mr. T, but it's just something that I'm aware of, that lots of people say, he's just the same, he's in the same gang, it's all the same. I don't see that. And what do you see? I don't see that. I don't see him being in the same gang, because he's not going through the same procedure as the naughty people who are in the gang, who just get the slap on the wrist. Yeah? No, this is serious stuff. They really, really want to bring him down for some reason, for a good reason. And that's just because he doesn't play the game. He's not part of them. That's my feeling. I don't know what you think. Anyway, so I just wanted to voice that, because it's a great system to use. Bad is good, good is bad. It isn't infallible, right? I mean, we can make mistakes, but we don't know. We really don't know. And so the end message, the one I wanted to share with you, is this. We shouldn't condemn based on what we think that we know. We don't have the information, enough information, and we don't have the right to condemn people. The best system is to give it time, to wait, just to wait and see. Don't condemn. There's a lovely expression which is, what's the best way to forgive? The best way to forgive is to have never condemned in the first place. Then there's nothing to forgive. And I think that's where we need to be. We need to, enough of all of this pointing the finger and saying it's them, it's them, it's them. We have no idea. So just hang on and let this play out, because this is playing out, and it will play out, and it will come to a conclusion. So just let it run, okay? And meantime, let's be working on ourselves. I love you all. I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.